We live? We live here? Okay, we live here? Let's see here. Here. Huh. Let's get some people in the chat here. Can you guys hear me? Let's get some people in the chat here. Can you guys hear me? Alright guys, so greetings gamers, Agent SN, and welcome to our stream. So yeah, on this stream I have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of things there's a lot of gaming news and movie news that popped up since my last stream at the start of February that I just have a lot to talk about here. I do stream from time to time talking about gaming news, recapping them. And I also have a big stream planned for my 4-year anniversary coming up on April 8th. So yeah, my 4-year anniversary. I didn't do a 3-year because I just didn't have time. So yeah. Check the chat for a second before we get started. You watching now? Okay. So, a lot to talk about here. So anyway, guys. Yep. So welcome back to our stream that I do from time to time. So today we have a whole lot to talk about. At least 8 things I want to go over today. Maybe even 10 things. There's a lot that I want to get off my plate. So yeah. By the way, the Agent Awards is finally coming. A little before my 4th anniversary. My 4th anniversary is April 8th, and I will be making a big stream then. And then probably at the end of the month will also be the PS4 anniversary video. And I also plan on making a DS anniversary video in November, or maybe even in early 2025. And I also plan on making a huge 30th anniversary PlayStation documentary near the end of 2024 too. So be on the lookout for those. And then I also have probably another review planned. I want to review. I'm helping to review a game. I'm not sure what I'll review yet. But I'll think about that. And then I want to make a ranking video. Another one. I'm not sure what to rank yet. I do plan on ranking every Star Wars movie. You can expect that on Star Wars Day on May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you when that video comes. And then I'm also hoping to make a Mission Impossible ranking as well. I was gonna do it this summer for the 8th movie, but then that got delayed to 2025. So I'm just gonna rank one up to Dead Reckoning for now, and then the updated ranking will be on my letterbox when Mission Impossible 8 happens in 2025, which is coming 2 weeks before I graduate high school. Two weeks before I graduate high school, Mission Impossible 8's coming. Can you believe it? Yeah. So yeah, I've got a lot to talk about here. What else can I say? Somewhere this year, I'm planning on making my big Persona analysis, covering the entire trilogy. Well, I'll be reviewing each game in like 4-part videos, maybe in 5 parts. So yeah, that's gonna be huge. Heck, I don't even know if I'll be able to get to all of them in 2024. Some might be saved like for the first part of 2025. Who knows? And also plan on making big Xenoblade reviews as well. I recently played through God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, so I do want to make some video on that. And then I feel like I also want to make a more in-depth cinematic disaster video on one of the movies that were in my least favorite movies video. Like I might make, well, I kind of want to make why the last Airbender movie is a cinematic disaster, because you guys know I obviously despise that movie. The 2010 one, not the new live-action series. The new Last Airbender live-action series, it was okay. I do want to make a video on that too, as well as the masterpiece that the original series is. So yeah, that's all that's planned for the channel in terms of like the future, and then also plan on making. I plan on making a top 20 Nintendo Switch games video sometime probably like this summer. I was gonna make it in 2022, but then I decided to wait for Tears of the Kingdom, and then I just got lazy and didn't have time to make it anyway. In 2023, after Tears of the Kingdom happened, so now probably this summer or even earlier, you can expect my my top 20 favorite Switch games video, because the Nintendo Switch is now 7 years old and we're expecting the next gen console. So yeah. Anyway, now on to the first thing I want to talk about. The first thing I want to go over is this. So my last stream I talked about the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer that dropped in December. That was obviously a huge deal, and the views blew up because obviously it's a long-awaited continuation. Well, not continuation because it's a standalone game, but it's standalone from the rest. But it's a long-awaited game because it's been over a decade since GTA 5 happened, and we're finally getting GTA 6 after so long in 2025. However, now that trailer at the end said coming 2025. However, now Rockstar is famous for delays. A lot of their games, including like Red Dead Redemption 2, was supposed to release in fall of 2017, it ended up being delayed by a whole year. Well, it got 2 delays. First to the spring of 2018, then to October 2018. And then GTA 5 got delayed from spring 2013 all the way to September 2013. I think Max Payne 3 and Red Dead Redemption 1 also got delayed, I believe. So yeah, GTA 6, the reports say it could be potentially delayed until 2026 as development is falling behind. Because apparently Rockstar got behind a little bit, and they had to like return to office, and they're going to like return to office or something. Apparently, let's see what this is saying. Being that vague launch window may change, the production woes could push it back to 2026, according to latest rumors. Now, according to a new Kotaku report, the studio's current goal is to release GTA 6 in early 2025, as previously rumored, leaving more and more likely that a delay will push it to late 2025 or 2026. Sources with knowledge of the game's development told the outlet under the condition of anonymity. Sources say a fall 2025 release is more feasible at this stage of development, but delaying the game until 2026 is also being discussed as a sort of fallback plan or emergency option if needed. Now, here's the thing. Once again, the report said early 2025. If Rockstar got behind a little bit, then it's probably not going to be delayed to 2026. There's no way. They can't keep us waiting for that much longer. Most likely, it will probably be a summer game. Probably like, probably like late May to July of 2025. I mean, and it would be, and it would be the, and it would be the perfect summer game, definitely. We know the game's gonna be, well, it might be the biggest game launch ever. Who knows? So yeah, I think it's going to be a summer game, but it could very well also end up in the fall because Rockstar has commonly released their games in October, and GTA 5 was in September 2013, and then though to be fair, the first Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3, and LA Noire were in the middle of May. So I could see that too for GTA 6. If it was going to be early 2025, it would probably be at the end of February. But if they're going to delay it, then it has to be at least maybe like late June, maybe. I could very well see it in like July. It could definitely be a summer game or a fall game. One of those two. So, yeah. I don't think it's going to be delayed because the game has gone pretty far. I mean, it's been in development for at least 5 years. We know it's been in development for at least 6 years. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 was in development for 8 years, but obviously Max Payne 3 and GTA 5 came in the way, and those had to be out the door first. So those first 3 years, those two were also being worked on in the middle of those. I'm pretty sure it didn't enter like full development until late 2013, and then Red Dead Redemption 2 finally released in late 2018. So yeah. Oh, Nick subscribed. Hey Nick. Okay, all that aside. So yeah, because it was say early 2025. It's probably going to be a summer game, guaranteed. Well, not like guaranteed, but it could... Yeah, it has to be somewhere in between May and October, definitely. We know that. Most likely this game started development in late 2018. So by the end of 2018, it will have had a 6-year development, and then by release, it will have had a 6.5-year development if it's a summer game. Which is pretty long. I mean, it's shorter than RDR2's development, for sure, because, well, once again, GTA 5 and Max Payne 3 came in the way. So, yeah. Alright, now on to our next thing I want to talk about. So, last month, we had a huge announcement that blew my mind. I did not think it was going to happen. This was probably one of the biggest things in gaming. Microsoft is going multi-platform. Yeah, I'm not joking. A handful of Xbox exclusive games are headed other consoles or are already on other consoles. Now, obviously, we already have Minecraft multi-platform, but that's Minecraft. That's more of its own thing. What else? Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps are on the Switch, and I guarantee you that they're also going to be on PlayStation because of this move. And then Psychonauts 2 released on PS4 day and date with the Xbox and PC versions, but that's because it was already being developed for PS4 and announced for PS4 before Microsoft bought Double Fine. There's no PS5 version of Psychonauts 2, but the PS4 version is backwards compatible. But hopefully with Microsoft going multi-platform, they could hopefully make a native PS5 version of Psychonauts 2, and they'll also put Ori on PlayStation as well. So here we got, so the games they have so far here are As Dusk Falls, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, which was a really great game, by the way. I played that on Xbox last year, really great game. Grounded, and Sea of Thieves. So yeah, Pentiment is on Switch, PS4, and PS5. As Dusk Falls As Dusk Falls is PS4 and PS5. Hi-Fi Rush PS5, not Switch because it probably can't run on Switch, but I could definitely see on the next gen console. Grounded released on Switch. Well, it's coming to the Switch, PS4, and PS5, and then Sea of Thieves is coming to the PS5 April 30th. So yeah. And obviously, we also know that we all probably know this already, but on Nintendo Switch Online, many of Rare's games are on there on Nintendo Switch Online. Banjo-Kazooie, GoldenEye, what else? Battletoads and Battlemaniacs, Killer Instinct, Blast Wars, Jet Force Gemini. We're still missing Banjo-Tooie and Killer Instinct Gold on Nintendo Switch Online. I think the original Battletoads also went, but I can't remember. But I hope they add the original Battletoads as well. Yeah. A lot of Rare's games have been on Nintendo Switch Online. So yeah. And obviously we also have Banjo-Kazooie and Smash Bros. As well. Which broke the internet, and he was a hugely requested character for a long time. I think ever since Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I believe. So yeah. But there's the question: what direction is Microsoft going in? At this point, Xbox is kind of dying. It was pretty clear 10 years ago that Xbox is dying because. Now, not because PlayStation has always outsold Xbox, but because people just became more into PlayStation than Xbox, and the Xbox One has such a troubled launch. Like, the Xbox One had such a troubled launch. Like, people marketed it, well, Microsoft marketed it as like a media center, and first, and the game second, and it didn't really bode well. Now, the Xbox One eventually became a huge success. It sold like 60 million, I think. And then the Xbox Series also happened. But then you see nowadays Microsoft does not care about where you play your games anymore. They just care about you subscribing to Game Pass. They want you to play your games regardless of where you play them. Now, obviously, because Microsoft controls Xbox and PC, their games have been day-to-day on there for a long time, and Game Pass has also been there. And Game Pass is basically, at this point, it's what you buy Xbox for. If you're going to buy a console and play games individually, then you're looking at buying a PS5 or a Switch. If we're going to play games individually and buy them individually. Although PlayStation also has their PlayStation Plus service, but the games don't go day and date on there. They go much later. Well, like Horizon Forbidden West came to PC a year later. And God of War Ragnarok's been out now for a year and 4 months. We still haven't had it on PlayStation Plus yet. But it's also begs the question of what games go multi-platform next. Now, Now, I don't think Halo, Gears of War, or Forza are gonna come multi-platform. Those are staying Xbox and PC because they're basically the face of Microsoft. They're the face of Xbox Game Studios. So yeah, but I could see, what I could see is many of their new games being timed exclusives, and then show up on as multi-platform like a year later. Starfield has been a huge it was marketed as like a huge system seller for Xbox. But with Hi-Fi Rush coming, there's a chance that Starfield could come to PS5. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was originally going to be developed for PS5, and then the PS5 version got canceled after Microsoft bought Bethesda. I could see Redfall also going. Redfall could also go, even though people hated that game. It could go to PS5 maybe. And what else could? Trying to think of what else could. Age of Empires I could see going multi-platform. Valve could come multi-platform later. I think it was also confirmed that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle could go multi-plats after release. Which I'm very excited for that game. I love the Uncharted games, and it even has Troy Baker in it, who voices he voices Samuel Drake in Uncharted 4. So yeah, he's also in Persona 4 voicing Kanji. So yeah, that game looks pretty cool. I think I already talked about it in my last stream, so yeah. So there is that. So yeah, Xbox One is a platform, but because this begs the question, where is Xbox going? At this rate, it's very possible that Microsoft could just be dropping out of the console industry completely. I feel like at this point, Microsoft might just be dropping out of the game. They might just be dropping out of console manufacturing completely, like what Sega did. Because Sega's consoles, well, they had 2 console flops back to back with Saturn and Dreamcast. So then Sega dropped out in 2001 and decided to go multi-platform and become a third-party publisher and developer. Microsoft could go the same. However, the problem with that is that it creates a monopoly with PlayStation because it creates a monopoly, and that would not be good. And monopolies are not a good thing. We know that monopolies are very bad, and if one company is controlling everything, it's not fair to their competitors that they should be having. And now I know Nintendo exists and everything. However, you see, the thing is, Nintendo makes underpowered consoles to make them affordable, and because of that, developers are severely limited when it comes to development resources on Nintendo consoles. So yeah. Xbox can't go multi-platform at this point. Well, they can't become a third party. They have to stay a console manufacturer, even if they're making their games go multi-plats. Now, before I go to my next thing, now let's check the chat, see what they're saying. Oh, hey, Jude. Oh, hey, Alex. Yo, Nick! Yep, we got Jude here, we got... Oh, Gordon's here. It's been 11 years like it should launch in 2025. There's no way it won't, I guarantee that. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Golden. That's what I'm saying. We are guaranteed to get GTA 6 in 2025 because it's been so long since RDR2 that we have to get it at this point. People like Xbox is becoming more of a studio like Sega on making consoles nowadays after the bad sales of the Dreamcast. Yeah, exactly. Xbox is headed into a new direction where they're just focusing on releasing games everywhere while also marketing their Game Pass service where they want people to play their games. So, Microsoft becoming more restrictions early? I mean, pretty much. Microsoft is basically the next Netflix at this point. Microsoft is the next Netflix. Hello there. Hey, Loogie Man. Hey, Nick. And Loogie Man. So yeah, Microsoft could definitely be headed into a subscription-only thing at this point. I could definitely see that. At this point, Microsoft is headed into just being a subscription kind of company while still making games as well and pumping out big stuff. I mean, especially what they had last year with Starfield. And Starfield was their big hit. Starfield was what they marketed the Xbox Series X for. And this is they have a Valid and Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. But here we have the next thing I want to talk about. So we had the Pokemon Presents last month on Pokemon Day, and we had this interesting announcement that I did not expect. Now I was disappointed that we did not get Black and White Remake, but I'm not going to go into that because I already made a video about Black and White Remake speculation on my second channel. I have a video on my second channel that I just released talking about Black and White Remake. If you want to hear what could be going on with the Black and White Remake, go to my second channel, Agent S Extras, and check that out. I made a 15-minute discussion there. Anyway, now let's watch a trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA and analyze this. Now, this is something that I was not expecting. This is a sequel to Pokemon X and Y, and it's another Legends game. A successor to Legends Arceus. It's another Legends game. I was honestly not expecting one because Legends Arceus made sense because it was because the lore of Sinnoh is about the creation of the Pokemon universe. Dialga being the space Pokemon, and Palkia being the time Pokemon, and everything. And canonically, Arceus is basically the god of the Pokemon universe. Arceus is the god of the Pokemon universe, basically. Arceus is. Yeah, canonically. That's why it's called Legends Arceus. I was honestly not expecting another Legends game. What's interesting is that Arceus was a prequel set set centuries before, set about 200 years before Diamond and Pearl, and it's set in ancient Japan. Here, we have a futuristic Kalos. This time we're jumping 2 generations, skipping Unova, apparently. But once again, my Black and White discussion is on my second channel if you want to check that out. So yeah, here we have Pokemon Legends ZA. This is a sequel to X and Y. Now I like X and Y a lot. It's a pretty great game. However, It is one of my least favorite Pokemon games. I like X and Y a lot, but I find it one of the weaker Pokemon games, mainly because it was incomplete. We were supposed to get Pokemon Z in 2015, and we did not. Pokemon skipped out on that year. We didn't get anything. We after X and Y, we had a Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in 2014, but we didn't get a third version like we were supposed to. Now for Black and White, we have Black and White and Black and White 2. Black and White 2 was a replacement for Pokemon Gray. Instead of making a definitive edition of Black and White 1, they made a sequel, which makes perfect sense. I'm glad we're finally getting a sequel 10 years after we were supposed to get Pokemon Z, which should have happened in November of 2015. And you know how Nintendo was in 2015. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Chibi Robo Ziplash. That game blows, by the way. And yes, I'm a Scott the Woz fan, but you guys know that already. And then there was also Mario Party 10. Mario Party 10, which I haven't played it, but people heard it. Well, I heard it was like very lackluster or something. And it was well, Mario Master. I know you like it, Mario Master. And then what else did Nintendo have that year? Well. They had Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I really want to play, and then they had Yoshi's Woolly World, which was a great game. So yeah, 2015 was a very hit or miss year for Nintendo, and Pokemon Z especially put a hole in it. And it's one of the big reasons it was a lackluster year. So here you have. But hey, 10 years after that, we are getting a sequel to X and Y. We missed out on getting an enhanced version 10 years, almost a decade ago, but we're finally getting some kind of thing that adds on to the Kalos lore. We're getting Pokemon Legends ZA, coming in 2025 on Nintendo Switch. Probably as one of the last big Switch games. So yeah, here we go. Let's watch the trailer. Urban development plan on a vision of beautiful coexistence between people and Pokemon. So yeah, this is an expansion of Lumio City. This entire game is going to take place in an expanded, futuristic Lumio City that's probably going to be the size of Midgar in Final Fantasy VII. It'll probably be the size that Midgar was in Final Fantasy VII Remake. A vision of, yep. You've got the buildings of Lumio City, and obviously Lumio City is Pokemon's version of Paris. The Kalos region is based on France, obviously, so yeah, here is Lumio City based on Paris. We got a Pika! So yeah, this is a futuristic Lumio City. This is gonna be pretty interesting. I'm very excited for this. I'm honestly mind-blown here. This looks nothing like Lumio did in Pokemon X and Y, but I'm all for it. For being super urbanized and very realistic and very industrialized too. I mean, this is huge. And very futuristic and sci-fi. This is gonna be pretty cool. Yep, Lumio City there. Yeah, this whole game is supposed to take place in Lumio City. Pokemon Legends. Yay! Yep, releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025. You can't see it here because of... Yep, there we go. It's 2025. So yeah, it's coming in 2025. You're finally getting a continuation of Kalos that we needed. So yeah, I'm very excited for this, and I'll probably appreciate X and Y more. Just like how a BDSP and Legends Arceus maybe appreciate Sinnoh more, because I was never the biggest fan of Diamond and Pearl before the remake and the prequel. Mainly because it was just very slow, and my first and Pokemon Diamond, the original on the DS, was the first Pokemon game I ever played. I remember playing as a kid. I enjoyed it, but it was super slow. It ran very slow for a DS game. So yeah, the Platinum sped up the speed a bit, but I didn't play that much of Platinum. And yes, I actually liked Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl a lot. So I'll eventually make a video defending BDSP eventually. Don't know when that'll be. And what's it? I'm not expecting another Legends game. Now I wonder what region after this could get a Legends game. I could see Alola getting a Legends game because think Alola was like, well, in Sun and Moon, as a Soul's Ultra Sun and Moon, Alola didn't have a champion. You become the first champion in those games, so a Legend Alola game could be about the creation of Alola and stuff. and could explain more about how the Aether was formed. The Aether Paradise, or whatever they were called, was formed. What's that? The Aether Foundation, that's what they were called. They could explain more about that in Legends Alola game. I was kind of hoping, though, that they would make they would make a Legends Unova game instead, and have this on the next-gen console. If we're getting X and Y remake on Switch 2 during Gen 10, I feel like it should have been saved for the Switch 2, but regardless, I'm glad to have it here on the Switch in 2025. So yeah, though I feel like it should have been saved for the Switch 2 with an X and Y remake. So yeah. But regardless, this is pretty cool, and I am very looking forward to this. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Now about Black and White remake. I was also worried what a Legends Unova game could be like. It could Pokemon Legends Kyurem or something like that. And explained. It could be set in between Black and White 1 and 2, and like halfway through when those games were set, because Black and White 1 and 2 are 2 years apart. It could explain how the new cities were built and stuff like that. So yeah. And what happened to Team Plasma in between? Because Team Plasma disbanded and reformed in Black and White 2. And gets us an end part of ways in them, and they end up going against each other. And obviously in Black and White 2, N teams up with you to take down Getsus. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Legends DA in 2025. It probably one of the last big Switch games. I expect it to launch like a few months after the Switch 2 releases. The Switch 2 is this November. And obviously, it'll still be on the Switch. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it'll be a cross-gen game, because Pokemon has always stayed on last gen for another 2 years before the next-gen console. Like we saw that with Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, Black and White 2, and Ultra Sun and Moon. But once again, a lot of stuff I also talk about on my second channel. So go over there to my second channel, talk about what's happened with Black and White remake that I was expecting. Okay, now let's go on to our next thing. How long have I been streaming for? Let's see. Yep, I've been here for about 30 minutes. Okay. So yeah. Take the chat here. How you doing today? I'm doing pretty good, Nick. How about you? Not too much happened, but my spring break's going pretty well, and I am I'm gonna be out of state visiting family for the next 5 or so days. I've also had to work over spring break as well. And when I get back from spring break, I have my last quarter of my junior year left. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna. Before we continue, I'm gonna check my phone for a second. I feel like I have one watching right now. Yeah, check my phone right now before I continue. Oh, next topic. Our next topic is about Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Okay, here we go. Next up we have Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. So yeah, this is the enhanced version of Shin Megami Tensei 5, just like we had with Persona 3 FES and Reload, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 5 Royal, and Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne itself is an enhanced version because SMT3, well, originally released in Japan in 2003, then later had an enhanced version, the Maniacs version, and that's the version that got localized. This is just like that, except for we have a whole new story routes. So yeah, once again, this is just like the Persona enhanced versions. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, and unfortunately, you have to buy it separately from the base game. If you bought the base game, you're gonna have to sell your copy and buy this version. Well, you'll get a save data bonus. I'm pretty sure. You can't enter your save data. I don't think, and it's not DLC. But regardless, this is pretty cool. We're getting a director's cut edition of SMT5. So yeah. Let's talk about this. So yeah, Now the base game was only on the Switch. This time around, though, it's gonna be on Switch, PS4 and PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC. However, if you're gonna play on the PS4, it's gonna be digital only, which is unfortunate. So, I mean, to be fair, the PS4 is over a decade now, and the PS4 is getting old. But still, if all the other versions are getting physical releases, they might as well do physical releases for this as well. The physical version's only available in Asia, so if you do want to get a physical version, you're gonna have to import it from Asia. Go to PlayAsia, buy an Asian copy of the PS4 version, and play it there. Unicorn Overlord is also digital only on PS4, and it's very likely that Manifold Ray Fantasio will also be. So here we got SMT5 Vengeance. So here we go. An untold Shin Megami Tensei 5 story. Embark on a tale of revenge by the fallen.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away. I'll be counting on you to gather more intel on the matter.
I suspected to be traveling back.
What does it say? Yep, take her hand, don't take her hand, forge your own path, and shape your destiny.
Traveling back and forth between Tokyo and the Netherworld.
Here's a definitive version of Shin Megami Tensei 5.
This place is definitely dangerous. And that's about all we know right now.
It's a brand new chapter in a riveting saga of vengeance.
Look out!
Who are you?
Now let's kill this thing. And so we have found it. The key to the resurrection.
So what? This is where you prove you can fight? Think you can just fly in and be a hero?
If it wasn't for you, my brother would never have been dragged into this war.
You're not alone. If you want...
So yeah, this is basically not only is this an enhanced version that adds quality of life improvements to the base game, but it all well to the already existing story of the base game, but also this adds an entirely new story arc. Well, adds an entirely new storyline that's going to be even darker. The Canon of Vengeance. Yes. This is There's the canon of creation based on the base game, which is the base game with new stuff, and there was the canon of vengeance, the vengeance storyline. This is gonna be pretty interesting. This is coming June 14th. I have it pre-ordered on Steam, and I still make a copy of the base game on Switch when I bought Princess Peach Showtime, because I can't get the save data bonus.
Revenge. And I'll help you get it.
Let's this for a second.
And I'll...
So apparently, it seems to be very haunted. So not only is Tokyo going to be like all destroyed and stuff, and because obviously it's post-apocalyptic Tokyo, but apparently this could be the darkest Shin Megami Tensei game yet. Now, so far, I've only played the base SMT5, and I've played Nocturne. Although I have not finished Nocturne, I played up to where I played it to a little bit after Raito / Dante showed up. I need to finish it. I'm probably gonna finish it after I play the Minish Cap. I probably will. Well, right now in the backlog, I'm playing the Minish Cap, and then I will be replaying Paper Mario before the Thousand Year Door. I'll be replaying the first Paper Mario before the Thousand Year Door remake, which is coming May 23rd, by the way. And then after that, I will be playing through Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, finishing the game. I was playing it on the Switch, and then I also plan on playing Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Apocalypse, and I wait for this in June. So yeah. This looks like a haunted Tokyo. This is going to be insane.
Not alone.
So, yeah. Now, I wonder if it'll have the same map. It could be the same map, or it could be a completely different map. Who knows? And obviously, it's an alternate timeline. It's going to be even darker. And it could involve death or something, which is why it's called Vengeance. Or here with... like Tao right there being like maybe she's like kidnapped or something or lost. That could be why it's called Vengeance. Who knows? I'm very excited for this. I loved Shin Megami Tensei 5 a lot. Shin Megami Tensei 5 was a pretty great game when I played the base game on the Switch. So I'm very excited to see where Vengeance goes. And after I finish the Minish Cap and replay Paper Mario, I'm also excited to check out 4 and Apocalypse and finish SMT3. So yeah.
How you were wronged by this.
Right there we have, let's see. There's a Nahobino right there. And there's Abdiel and that other character. I forgot the name of that character. It was Ichiro. I remember now, yeah. Yeah, Ichiro and Abdiel.
Were wronged by this world.
The characters kind of felt like Persona a bit, but they were still pretty good characters. The characters were a bit more on the Persona side, but they were still some pretty good characters. And I feel like the story could have been more, though. I really enjoyed Shin Megami Tensei 5 a lot, but I feel like the story wasn't enough. It lacked a lot of things. It lacked things. I mean, it was good. It was a good story for what it was, but the story just felt kind of empty at points. So SMT5 Vengeance. This is pretty high because we finally get to see the story we could have gotten. Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Now this says June 21st because that was the original release date, June 21st of 2024. However, it just got moved up by a week, probably because of the Elden Ring DLC. Because the Elden Ring DLC is coming June 21st. They probably moved it up to get it out of the way of Elden Ring, because Elden Ring's against DLC. And if you remember, back when Elden Ring released, we had Horizon Forbidden West right next to it. The week before it was Horizon Forbidden West. And that's a pretty big deal. Horizon Forbidden West was a great game. It's kind of sad that they got overshadowed by Elden Ring the week later. So it was like how they're releasing it the week before and stuff to get out of Elden Ring's way. Though obviously Elden Ring's the way bigger game. As the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC is coming then, it's supposed to be a pretty huge expansion. It could be on the size of, I think it's on the size of Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores. And Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. I could see that like DLC being like 25 hours long. That's besides the point here. But anyway, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Here we go. And the best thing about it, it's finally multi-platform. We're getting it on not only Switch but also PS4, PS5, although digital only on PS4, Steam, Xbox, and Windows. So yeah, this is really hype. I'm excited to get back into the post-apocalyptic Tokyo as the Nahobino and experience an alternate storyline that we could have gotten in 2021 when the original SMT5 released. So yeah. Future Path, like June 14th, 2024, yep. I already got it pre-ordered on Steam. Now, unlike Persona 3 Reload and like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, this is this will be a $60 game. It is not $70. Sega is only charging $60, but I can guarantee you that Metaphor ReFantazio will be $70. Okay, so let's check this quickly. No new people watching. Okay, on to our next thing. This is pretty scummy if you ask me. Ugh. Yuzu and Citra shut down because of a stupid lawsuit. Ugh. This is pretty stupid, obviously. Now, it's happened because Tears of the Kingdom over 1 million downloads, but, like, it's piracy. What do you expect? People are going to pirate it because they're not going to be able to afford a $70 game, or they don't have a Switch, and they only play on PC. So the best thing to do would be to just pirate the game, basically. Here's the thing. It's only 1 million copies of Tears of the Kingdom that got pirated, and the game sold, like, what, 20 million? So yeah, it only took away 1 million from that. It's not that big of a deal. When movies get pirated, they don't take away from still making money at the box office. Like all the piracy that Barbie had last year, I doubt it took away from that movie making $1.4 billion in theaters, making only it was only like 50 million behind from Top Gun Maverick. I guarantee that if anyone pirated Barbie, it would not affect the box office at all. The movie still made a $1.4 billion. That's what matters. It was a huge success. So back to this topic. So yeah, so what happened was, to recap what happened, so because Tears of the Kingdom got pirated too much, what happened was Nintendo put legal action and sued Tropic Haze, the creators of the Switch emulator Yuzu and the 3DS emulator Citra. And so much so that Nintendo not only won the lawsuits, because they're Nintendo, they do, well, They make great games, but have shady business practices, like how they overprice the remasters and they have limited releases. And they sent SML a cease and desist letter. A cease and desist letter. Not only did Nintendo try to sue SML and give them a cease and desist letter, but they also had to sue Tropicade and shut down their emulators. Now, shutting down users, I can at least somewhat understand because the Switch is fairly newer despite it being 7 years old, and Nintendo's still making games on the Switch for a little while left. And about to release their next gen console because we're near the end of the Switch generation, because we're very late into it. Why not just keep Yuzu open and instead take piracy is not going to matter with the game's sales because the game's still sold enough to where piracy will not matter. And here's the thing: Citra is a 3DS emulator. The 3DS is 13 years old. It would not make any sense to shut down the 3DS emulator. And right now, unless you already downloaded Citra, you're basically out of luck to play 3DS games until My Cage opens. My Cage is the replacement for Citra that's currently being developed. So yeah. Oh, Game Boy Advance March 2024 game update. So check this out quickly. Well, we'll do this after this. So yeah, Yuzu and Citra. So yeah. This was pretty stupid, but I find this case kind of funny too, with the way Nintendo did it. But still, it's pretty stupid that Citra had to shut down, because, the 3DS is a last-gen console, it's soon to be 2 generations old. Once we get the next-gen console, the 3DS is going to be 2 generations old. Plus, Vim.net stays 2 generations behind with their consoles. So, yeah, because Vim is 2 generations behind with their consoles, they wait until, for any last-gen console, which includes the 3DS and the Wii U, they're not going to put those on there until after the Switch 2 releases. So like when the PS5 released, they put PS3 on there. They waited until after the Xbox Series was out to put Xbox 360 on there. They waited until after the Switch was out to put Wii on there. Vim is going to put Wii U and 3DS on there very soon. Probably like in 2025, you're going to see Citra and you're going to see 3DS and Wii U on Vim.net. So yeah, because those consoles are going to be 2 generations old by that point, and the Switch will become a last-gen console. So this is pretty dumb. Kudos to anyone who has both these emulators downloaded already. Now, if you didn't get Yuzu, but you still want to emulate Switch games, which I personally wouldn't. I'm not going to emulate Switch games for another few years. I'm not emulating Switch games for another few years. If you're going to, there's Ryujinx. While for Citra, you have to wait until My Cage launches. Okay, so there's some more Atlas news to talk about. We talk about SMT5 Vengeance. Now we have Persona 3 Reload FemC mod to talk about, as well as the Answer DLC as well that I want to get into. I'm kind of losing my voice a bit because I've just been talking so much. Plus, I made a video right before it's on my second channel. I still have a lot to talk about. Okay, so this just appeared. So Game Boy Advance on Nintendo Switch Online on the 29th. Okay. What's here? F-Zero Maximum Velocity, yes! We're getting F-Zero Maximum Velocity on Nintendo Switch Online. I've only played the original F-Zero, but I plan on playing F-Zero X on there soon, as well as Maximum Velocity when it shows up there. So yeah, if only we get a new F-Zero, please! Ugh. But we're getting Maximum Velocity on Nintendo Switch Online. Now, another thing I was going to say... Well, I definitely have to say this in the black and white video on the second channel, but I was hoping during the Pokemon Presents that we would also get the Pokemon games on Nintendo Switch Online, which didn't happen either. but I think the games that we still could get those. But regardless, this is hype. We're getting F-Zero Maximum Velocity on Nintendo Switch Online. But that was the only game in this wave. I was hoping that they would also give us Mario Golf Advanced Tour and Mario Tennis Power Tour, because we had Mario Golf and Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color that were already added to NSO about 2 weeks ago. So yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here we have Persona 3 Reload FMC mod. What seems to be coming pretty far. I mean, they've been working on it since February when the game launched. Let's take a look at it. See what they got here. Here's the character model of Kotone Shiomi. That's the canon. Yeah, that's the canon. Kotone Shiomi. FMC. Yep. That's what Faz puts in. He just hit 100K. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now, I haven't seen the update. Actually, I just the update too. I don't know yet if they added in the FMC music. I have to look into that though. But they got the pink background color here. I think they're working on. I think right now they're working on the social links right now. And probably the different social links because one main difference is in Persona 3 FMC route and Portable was the social links. That was the main difference. I wonder if they've implemented the new music yet. They're probably working on that too, wiping all odds. They're probably adding in that as well. But they do have voice actress already for Kotone. I think also Theodore too. Here's how it looks. The UI here is looking. The UI here is looking pretty nice. Here's the FMC Reload team right here. Yeah, they haven't implemented the new music yet. I don't think, but they're working on it. I'm sure. This mod will probably be done this summer at the earliest. It could end up in the fall though when this mod becomes done. But regardless, I'm very excited for this. We're also getting DLC. Yeah, we're also getting the answer as DLC for Persona 3 Reload. But I feel like, yeah, we're getting DLC for Persona 3 Reload with the answer. But my big question is, why does Atlas have to be lazy? Apparently it'd be too expensive and be too much to reanimate it, so they're not giving us FMC, which is pretty shady, but hey, at least we're getting this mod. Now I think they updated the battle UI too to make it pink. I think they also did.
Looks like you can target a weakness.
But regardless, I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for this. As you guys know, Persona 3 is my favorite game of all time. Persona 3, especially Reload, is my favorite game of all time. And I will eventually make a 4 or 5 part video series reviewing it. Talking about why it is one of the greatest things ever on planet Earth. But anyway, it's looking pretty nice here. Alright, now on to the next update here that they posted 2 weeks ago. Yep, they finally implemented the pink into the battle here, the battles here in Tartarus. Oh, and a Social Link song.
But it ended up happening anyway. Oh, I want to.
Oh, and also a new song too. Oh, and another one. Yeah, they're adding new music too. Oh, and FMC getting a job at the coffee shop. Yep, and Time Night version. So yeah, there's that. Now, I'm also wondering when Persona 6 is gonna get announced. I hope that Persona 6 is a 2025 game, and we get it announced this summer at the Xbox Showcase. I think the release date for Metaphor Ray Fantasio also got leaked. I think it's coming like October 11th. I think. This is coming in fall 2024, so like October 11th makes perfect sense. I'm very excited for Metaphor Ray Fantasio, which is a new IP from Atlas, and you guys know that I'm gonna pre-order it, of course. So yeah. There we go. The FMC mod's looking good. Looking good, Katone. Yep. Well, actually, let me rephrase that to make it nicer. Looking good. Yep. I can't do the voice right. Looking good, Katone. I tried to sound like Morgana, I failed. I cannot sound like Morgana. When he says, looking good, Joker. Wait, actually, I think I did it. I think I actually had a good Morgana impression there. Yeah, I actually had a pretty good Morgana impression there. Looking good, Joker. We are the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. I can't do it. Okay, but all that aside, another one small thing I want to talk about. So, here we have the Nintendo Switch 2 is called the Switch Attach. This was leaked in a YouTube survey, but I doubt this is true because the Nintendo Switch Attach makes it sound like an add-on for the Switch. There's no way it's gonna be true. I just want to make this clear. Now, so next up we have, our movie talk part of this stream. So here we have the Batman Part 2 got delayed by a year. It's now coming October 2nd, 2026. It got delayed, unfortunately. And apparently it's because of the strikes. Now the Hollywood strikes are over with, obviously. The Writers Guild strike ended in September, and then the SAG-AFTRA strike ended in November. However, because of those two strikes, Warner Bros. Got behind on the Batman Part 2 production, so because of that, they have to delay it by a year to 2026. So about 4.5 years after the Batman. It's been 2 years since the Batman released. So yeah. It's sad that we have to wait a year, but hey, let Matt Reeves cook, and hopefully it'll be a really good sequel to an already great movie. I think it's gonna be like a trilogy. I think, which means that like part 3 is gonna be like in 2029. All right, now on to our 2 movie analysis. Now I have to mute these trailers because of copyright claim and stuff, because there's copyrighted music in these trailers. I think. I've already seen both these trailers, so I'm just here analyzing them. So here we have Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, coming March 29th. So yeah, this Friday. I'm very excited for this movie. I really like Godzilla movies a lot. I haven't seen Godzilla -1 yet, but I'm definitely gonna watch it when I get the chance. I like Godzilla versus Kong a lot. It's pretty flawed. There are some issues I haven't did, but it's pretty good. So I'm excited. So I'm excited for the sequel here, Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. So here we go. So it looks like here we have a desert scene here. All crushed by... Which one is it? Kong or Godzilla? Here we see... Yep, there we got the beast himself there, and then Kong. I watched King Kong 2005 for the first time last summer. Pretty great movie. It seems to be a really promising sequel here. I like Kong Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Godzilla 2014 a lot. King of the Monsters was okay. I mean, there were a lot of things I liked about King of the Monsters, but it was just kind of like a nothing movie. And the plot was just was very messed up. I mean, it had awesome monster fighting, obviously, and I was blown away by that when I saw it in theaters back in 2019. But Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire here. I'm a little bit skeptical after King of the Monsters, but we'll see. I won't be able to see it in theaters this weekend, but next weekend I'm probably gonna see it in theaters. This Godzilla right there. Huh, so apparently Kong is head down a whirlpool down here, apparently. Okay. Oh, a mini Kong! We get Kong Jr. or something. So we get Kongs fighting. This is actually pretty cool. We can see Kongs fighting each other. It's Kong, King of the Kongs. We already had King of the Monsters with Godzilla fighting Mothra and what else? Yeah, well, yeah, Godzilla fighting Mothra and those other two and those other two monsters there. Here we have Godzilla and Kong duking it out again after 3 years. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years since Godzilla vs. Kong. Is that... I think that's John David Washington. He was in The Creator, which I still haven't seen The Creator. I was very excited for it, but I just haven't had time to watch it yet. I'll watch it when I get the chance. So this movie looks pretty good. Coming March 29th, this Friday. I'll be seeing it, not this weekend, but the weekend after. Now for our last thing, The Fall Guy. Now, this movie is interesting. Not only is it based on a TV series from the 80s, but it's also a movie about a stuntman directed by a former stuntman. Yes, this is directed by David Leitch, so Deadpool 2, Bullet Train, Hobbs and Shaw, Atomic Blonde. I've seen all those except for the last one I mentioned. They're all pretty great movies. So here we have The Fall Guy. Starring Colt Seaver. Well, yeah, Colt Seaver is the main role. He's played by Ryan Gosling, and then Emily Blunt is also in this. Yeah, and once again, it's directed by a former stuntman. Dave Leitch is a former stuntman. He's here directing a movie about stunts and stuff, and the stuntman actor is well, he left his career, but he has to come back because after an almost career-ending accident, his movie star went missing, and he must find him. Like here we see Colt riding on a scooter there. On a train. Yep, he got a train again after David Leitch released Bullet Train as his last movie, which was a pretty great movie, by the way. There's Emily Blunt there. Now, what's also funny about this is that we have Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in this, who are also they were also the duo antagonists in Barbie and Oppenheimer. In Barbenheimer, we get to see Ken and Kitty in the same movie. 10 months after Barbenheimer, we get Ken and Kitty in the same movie. This is actually pretty epic. This movie I'm very excited for. It's coming May 3rd. I'm probably going to see it May 4th on an opening weekend in theaters. However, I wish that it was a week beforehand, because Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is coming May 10th. So I feel like they should move up the release date by a week to get it out of its way. But regardless, this movie looks pretty cool. He's just a stunt guy. He's not the hero of the story. I mean, he has to save the hero. He has to save the movie star who has gone missing. It seems to also have this romantic subplot here too, which is gonna be interesting. And then, so yeah, expect a lot of stunts. Expect a lot of high level action, and some comedic moments. This movie looks pretty awesome, and I am very excited for this. And the action here seems to be pretty cool too. And I want, once again, it's about a stuntman directed by a former stuntman, so expect it to be stunt heavy. I wonder what Tom Cruise would think of this movie. It's coming May 3rd, so about 4.5 weeks from now. About 4. Yeah, it's about 4.5 weeks away. Actually, it's 5.5 weeks away now. The 29th was where we're getting it. I'm very excited for this movie, because this movie's going to be awesome. How long have I been streaming for? About an hour 11 minutes, and unfortunately we only had one person watching, but hey, that's okay. We have people during the first half, and I'm glad we have people at all. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Well, that's it for this stream. I'm ending it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. See you guys later. Agent S out. Oh, by the way, the Agent Awards is finally coming. Probably like April 6th or April 5th is when you can expect it. Not just that, but I will also be doing a 4-year anniversary stream on April on April 8th, and there also will be a huge reveal. There will be a huge reveal on at the end of the Agent Awards. So stay tuned for that, because you're gonna see that huge reveal too. Well, it'll make more sense too for the stream. For my 4-year anniversary.